It's the weirdest video I've ever made. This is the weirdest video I've ever made. And here's why. School's boring right now. School is utterly boring. Whether you're teaching hybrid, whether you're in person with your shield on and your glasses and your protective barrier in front of you and all the other stuff, or if you're online and you just look at foreheads and ceiling fans all day, either way, right now, school is extremely hard to keep kids engaged. Some of the time, I find that ways to keep students engaged are by doing the weirdest thing that I can think of. What do you got? Pass for me to read? Oh, sure. Let me see real quick. That at least makes kids go, wait, what are you doing? What's going on? And then someone else might click on and say, what is he doing? What's going on? Or if I show up in a particular way or with a particular outfit on or a particular prop, it's like a car accident, right? That's what it's like. It's like a tiny car accident that you hear someone's bumper hit someone else's bumper and you go, oh, what was that? What's going on over there? So I want to show you a handful of things, maybe a lot of things that I use in my classroom to do that, to create engagement. If you are not weird, if this is not your jam, if you don't use props, if you're not going to use props, the idea behind all of my videos is not that you do exactly what I do, but maybe go along with the spirit of it. Or maybe this is important information that you could hand on to someone else, or you see something in the video that you like, you think is funny, or you think is amusing, and you know that teacher that would use that. Maybe you pass this video on to them, and then you're just helping them grow as an educator too and giving their students that experience. Almost all of my stuff at school I keep in these suitcases. You've probably seen these in my videos before, and I realize it's spelled wrong, but there's the weird stuff and the weirder stuff. So we'll start with there's not anything really weirder about one than the other. It's just where I keep all my stuff. So some stuff is in the suitcases, some stuff's just around. I'm gonna just walk you through some of the stuff that I use and then how I use it. Remember that comic Carrot Top?
Yeah, you think you look bad? Check this out. I'm the Wendy's hamburger girl. That's not good.
I used to do this stuff. That's what I feel like right now. These are in no particular order here. Stickers are one of the things that are the greatest in the world. And they can be dumb stickers. Pirate stickers. These were stickers my kids got from somewhere, ended up not using them. Giving a kid a crossbone sticker, it's kind of cool. Giving a kid a compass, not as cool. But sometimes kids are being cooler than some other kids. Sometimes kids are working harder than other kids. Sometimes you get a compass, sometimes you get a parrot with no feet. Just depends on the day. Race cars always work really well. Teach at an all-boys school in West Philadelphia, so unicorns are hilarious to me, and that is something that I might put a little rainbow on your situation, or a diamond, or wing. Just a lone wing there at the bottom. I don't know who came up with that design. Anything that's a little extraordinary, so fruit and vegetable stickers, that's a weird choice, but fruit and vegetable stickers that have glitter on them is even better. Ugly stickers. These are just good for jokes sometimes.
You would really put an ugly sticker or something that says ugly on someone's paper?
I would, because I know my audience, because I know my students, because the relationships have already been built. I wouldn't walk into a classroom of a bunch of students that I didn't know and start putting stickers that say ugly on someone's paper. But if I know you, if I think that you know the joke, if your love language is to be combative with me, to mess around, to say jokes, to be sarcastic with one another, and I know that that's as close as you get to saying, Mr. Reynolds, I really like your class, but instead you walk in and say something foolish to me, then I'll meet you there. So those are the moments I do stuff like that. Scratch and sniff stickers, they just never get old. They just don't, and it's hilarious every single time. I also have balloons in here. Balloons are great because it's one of those weird things sometimes that when kids are coming in, they'll just blow up, throw into the air, and then kids are passing the balloon around. I did this in the hallway once at the end of the day. That was a nightmare. Don't do that, because then there's hundreds of kids throwing a balloon around. People start getting tackled. It was just, I'm not saying it went wrong. It might have got real close. Confetti. I have tons and tons of confetti. When I go to weddings, I fill my pockets with confetti before I leave my house. And then I just, at the certain part of the song, like they always play Firework from Katy Perry, when that thing is about to crescendo and explode, and you've handed out confetti to 6 different people, and you throw it in the air all at the same time. It became Footloose for a moment. That's what just happened there. And sometimes in school, I'll throw confetti in the air. Sometimes I throw confetti on a kid if it's his birthday. And sometimes I just walk around the classroom and sprinkle confetti. Or glitter works on this too, but this is a little bit more dangerous because it can get your eyes and stuff like that. Just sprinkling magic literally all over your classroom. Everyone's working quietly, they're doing a great job, and just sprinkle on them and say, doing a great job. And then for kids that aren't doing as great of a job, I'll give them like 2 glitters, 2 confetti. Confetti, confettis, you know what I'm talking about. Only 2, kid, because that's how good you're doing right now. You can get more, you can score more. Let me see it. There's all kinds of confetti in here. I have multiple kinds. I don't know any other grown-ups that buy as much confetti as I do.
Well, that says a lot.
Years ago, I started making hand gestures I just put them on cardboard, and then I glue them on here with spray adhesive, and then I cut them out. It's easier than saying, go that way, or you're the man, or I'm number 1, or any other dumb thing. There's more in here. Oh yeah, here's the thumb one. Hey, great answer. Good job. Like it. Guess what? Don't like it. Stop doing what you're doing right now. Stop touching that kid's earlobe with your pencil. It's weird. I like to keep money in here. I have tons and tons of fake money. And sometimes if kids are doing a good job, or if I'm just standing in the hallway as dudes are walking by, I'll just say, hey man, I just saw you help that teacher out by picking that up for them. Here you go. Get yourself something nice. It's just dumb every time, but it's funny. And I think that walking down the hallway, it's monotonous. It's the same thing every day. You go the same way, you go by the same teachers. I like the idea that students might walk by my door and they're not sure what to expect on any given day. So sometimes it's cash. I have coins in here somewhere too. Sometimes it's Stambucks from Gravity Falls. Sometimes, if you're really great, you get Reynolds dollars. And I made dollars with my own face on them, because that's not weird at all.
No, he's totally normal.
I really like masks, and more than me liking masks, students like masks, and so I have a whole bunch of them. Chewbacca mask, to just give this to a kid and tell them that they have to wear it, or like it's magic. If you wear it, you'll do better, or you're being a great sidekick today, so hey, why don't you be my assistant, but you have to wear the Chewbacca mask. I don't know. Stuff is a lot funnier in my head and when I have an audience. Now I'm just sitting alone back here in my office showing you Chewbacca masks and Reynolds dollars, and I'm starting to feel a little bit self-conscious about it. I have fake flies. These are great too. Fake flies just put on kids' desks. Sometimes I'll glue them on desks or on the wall or something like that, or you could put them like in somebody's hair. And again, this is one of those things where like, you know your kids, you know who you're dealing with. This isn't some rando idea that you're just walking down the hallway putting fake flies in someone's hair. When you know somebody is the difference between a day being regular and a day being like a little bit funnier, your moment being a little bit brighter, or even finding ways to just say like, I see you, taking someone from invisible to visible just by doing something silly to them that doesn't make them feel uncomfortable. Not everybody loves getting loved out loud. Not everybody wants the hug, the shout out, the high five in the hallway. You have to meet kids how they are, and some kids just like a post-it note with their name on it. Some kids like a sticker on their paper. Some kids, believe it or not, like fake flies. And then they'll take that to their next class and they'll torture people with it, and it's kind of funny also. Because I always get the phone call to stop giving kids flies. A note from your teacher, speaking of giving kids attention, it's a postcard, and it looks like it came out in 1981 or something, but these are really funny too, to just write to kids sometimes. Hey, you've been doing a really great job. I just wanted you to know that. I think that you're wonderful. You can slip it in their locker. They don't even know about it. They find it at the end of the day. I have a lot of beach balls because I teach all boys, and boys are rough with everything. They ruin your beach balls. That's what they do. It's a fun community activity. We can also do lessons on equity in classroom and fairness and equality, doing activities I use using beach balls and balloons. And maybe that's a whole nother video, but I just like having beach balls in the class.
Don't let it fall. Keep it up, keep it up.
Silly putty. I have tons and tons of silly putty. I don't know why this one's still in here if somebody touched it, because I usually get rid of it. But silly putty is fun if you don't live in the US. It's just like this gook. It's putty. Comes in different colors. And the reason I like it is it's a really great fidget. So these eggs are a good fidget too that it comes in. I get them at the dollar store, and you can play with all this stuff. You can take the silly putty out and you can just rub it in your hands, and it doesn't get into anything. It's not like gum or slime or something like that. It is just stays to itself. If they get it on their paper, it doesn't ruin anything, doesn't ruin the desk. I mean, if you stuck it in your hair, you're gonna have issues, people. Don't let the kids put it in their hair. But it's a good fidget and it's cheap, and then they can just keep it after that. Again, I don't know why this is in there if someone used it, but I don't usually take it back because kids are gross, and then they touch the silly putty, and now this is a little egg of grossness. I don't even know what I unleashed into the world.
What did you do?
Probably shouldn't have done it anymore. I went through a phase where I spray painted things gold. This doesn't look very gold anymore. This is a dinosaur. And I would go to the thrift store and like buy stuff and spray paint it gold and then give it out as trophies at the end of the year. I have a lot of fake glasses. I have a lot of real glasses too, but find that fake glasses are funny to just wear. Sometimes I wear them and the kids don't realize that there's no lenses in them, so then I just go like that and get something out of my eye, and it always makes people go like, what? I have students all the time that have trouble paying attention when we're doing independent reading. So they're not reading, or they're falling asleep, or they're screwing around with someone else. If I give them the glasses, I go, bro, I know exactly what you need. Here, these are magic glasses. I need them back at the end of the period, but they're really gonna help. And then you put these on, you look like Harry Carey.
Wait, who?
So you could get fake glasses, which I have a whole bunch of. One, these actually look exactly the same. These more stylish hipster fake glasses look like a little bit like a librarian. Or I have other glasses that are reader glasses, that are the ugliest ones I can find at the dollar store. Right, so they have this nice floral print on them. These are great because some students need glasses but refuse to wear them. Some students lose their glasses. And sometimes by just having these dollar store glasses in my classroom, students can get that little bit of help. Like they can see a little bit better if they have these. And I use them all the time. I also lose them all the time, or students take them and I forget about them, but I got them from the dollar store. I don't really care. So what, you solve for the rest of the day? Or you just wore them out because you thought they were funny because they're on all these goofy different colors. And then there's other glasses that I make stuff and put them on them, like these heart glasses, which says, I love what you're doing right now, and you're making my life a dream, so thank you so much. Or I would just wear these and look at Cho, and Cho would get mad at me and give me her Cho face, and then I would just go back to my classroom. These I found somewhere in like a parking lot. It's just one half of glasses. And I just go outside and like at the end of the day, kids are waiting on the corner, and I put them on while I'm waiting for them to get on the bus, and they go, Reynolds, what's up with your glasses? I'm like, guys, it's partly sunny out today.
I got dad jokes now.
That just embarrasses them, because now they have to stand next to a grown man with half set of glasses on. I really like finger puppets. I got these somewhere too. There's all these like dumb finger puppets, and then you can just act out. You can do this in virtual learning too. You can have these, and they interact with your alien thing. I realize how foolish this is. I want to just keep saying this. If you're not into finger puppets and aliens, that's all right. Not everybody is. If you want to just make a joke or have something be funny or weird, and you're just teaching and you're going like this, and then somebody pays attention and realizes that there's a tiny monster wearing sunglasses in the bottom corner of the screen, like, it might just make kids turn on their cameras. It might just make them pay attention for a second. Then one of the worst decisions I ever made was bringing in whistles. I have these whistles. They look like airplanes. I don't know where I got them from. This is a terrible idea. Bringing anything into your classroom that potentially makes noise is just an awful idea, because then kids are just going to make noise. It's noisier than ever. Take it to someone else's class. Next thing you know, you're getting phone calls and texts. Reynolds, why are you giving them whistles? Now they won't give it back to me, or they start chewing on them. I know why kids chew on gum and straws and bottle caps and stuff, but I mean, why'd you have to chew on my whistle? Now it's just gross. Now I can't even use it again.
I got more stuff.
Box number 2. These are lovely. I get them from this store in Philadelphia. They have like old suitcases and stuff. Let's look in the weird box. Oh, we got some good stuff in here. I have eyeball stickers, which I have a number of. So I have these, and I also keep a drawer at school and a bin like this filled with eyeballs. I use eyeball stickers all the time. You see a kid that looks like they're having a rough day or that feels like they're invisible, you put an eyeball sticker on them and let them know, hey man, got my eye on you. It is the perfect amount of love and dumb to give to a student that lets them just know that you see them. These are for more serious cases. Plus, they're fun to just like put on things. So I will go into like a friend's classroom. They have a plant. They have a picture frame with a picture of like their kid or their dog. Stick some eyeballs on that thing, or you put eyeballs on their plant, or you put eyeballs on whatever. Like literally anything just makes it funny. Going around and doing weird stuff like that in other people's classrooms, like I often have talked about this, a number of these things in my book, Teach Your Class Off, now available on Amazon, where I will go in and mess with other people's rooms, not to be like a prankster or something like that, but it is just to make things fun. It's never anything someone has to clean up. I'm not like gonna make things explode out of their drawer when they open. This isn't like Jim from The Office putting things in Jell-O.
That's my stapler.
No. Do not take it out. You have to eat it out of there.
It is me changing their pictures and putting pictures of myself in their picture frames instead of the picture of their child. It's me putting eyeball stickers on things in their classroom, because it just adds that little bit of unpredictability that I just think makes for a really fun environment and community in the school. I don't always have time to sit down and have coffee with everyone, but I do have time while I'm having coffee to sneak into your classroom, change some of your pictures into my pictures, and then just walk away. I've planted a seed of magic somewhere. bags and bags of fake beards and mustaches, and sometimes I like to just hand out mustaches, but for props for class, they're really useful because it accentuates the reading. Just like when you play music over what you're doing, when you're acting out as you're reading, when you're wearing things while you're reading, it doesn't mean it has to be a whole costume, but just giving someone a beard and a hat and a knife, that can really make what you're doing come alive a bit. There is a hand thing going on in my life where I have these hands you put on your fingers. I have a whole thing of hands over here, of tiny hands that I use on camera and off camera. Put them in your sleeves. You can shake kids' hands in the hallway. It makes it weird. Hands on a stick. Available on realrapwithreynolds.com now. Hands on a stick. This is a high five thing. Put it on your hand, someone high fives you, and confetti shoots out. I mean, come on. You take a kid that doesn't have birthday parties, that no one remembered their birthday, that they're not sure if they're going to have a birthday because maybe grandma couldn't afford it this year. Maybe mom had to pick up an extra shift so she could keep the lights on at the house. Maybe they're in foster care and their foster parents don't even know it's their birthday. Whatever the situation is, right? You take a kid that doesn't get acknowledged on their birthday and shoot confetti on them, sprinkle a little confetti, bring in some cereal for everyone to eat. I mean, you just made a memory for a lifetime for that child. Another thing I do is I wear these glasses sometimes when I go, what do you got? Pass for me to read? Oh, sure. Let me see real quick. Just put this on. And then this is what you wear. And I don't know why I think this is funny. I've had these for probably 20 years. They never get old. Just stand in the hallway. Go do lunch duty with these on and see if anyone notices. It's great. Picked up these Chopsticks. Talked about this in a live feed recently. We have a live feed on YouTube every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time where we talk about teacher stuff. You can come on live onto the broadcast with me, or you can just put your question in the comment section on the side. And myself and the Real Rap with Reynolds community will all take turns like answering your question. So I got these chopsticks because I've always liked eating with chopsticks. I think that they're fun. I'm just not very good at doing it. But my friend Cho, who I would often eat with in the hallway at school and while we were watching students in the hallway, she always ate with chopsticks. She just made me feel bad because she was really good. So I got these chopsticks because they have little hands on the end of them, and that aggravates Cho. You know you're doing a good job when you aggravate her. She doesn't really like to tell you that you're funny out loud. Maybe she doesn't even think I'm funny, but we're best friends. And I don't know if she feels the same way about me, but I decided that we were best friends. And then the last two classics that I have, that whether you've read the book or you've watched the channel for a long time, you know I use these all the time. One is the bubble microphone. It opens up, blows bubbles, or you can just use it to... Let me ask you a question real quick. Why are you always late to class? Sometimes I use this in the beginning of the school day. Microphones are also now available on the website. The link is below. The link for all of this stuff is below. You can just go on the website and buy these and, pick up one for a friend. My last favorite, the classic, the Magic 8-Ball. Gotta go to the bathroom? I don't know. Ask the Magic 8-Ball. I'm still teaching. Can you hand in late work? Do I have any extra credit? Can I take a phone call from your mom real quick? I don't know. Let me look. Oops. Outcome not so good. You're going to have to tell your mom to call back. And then, of course, I still talk to their mom, but I probably literally have 100 other things in my classroom that I use to bring a little bit of lightness, a little bit of joy, a little bit of fun to the classroom. But all that stuff is locked away in my classroom. And now I'm just at my home office doing this sort of thing. The last thing I sort of want to just re-mention before we go, doing all of this stuff is not about being the greatest teacher. It's not about winning some sort of award. It's not about getting everyone to talk about you. And it's not about just being a fool for a fool's sake. It's about building community. It's about meeting kids where they are, making class a little bit fun. I mean, I teach 9th grade, but I'm sure all this stuff would be a hit definitely if I taught lower grades. But I've used it in seniors in high school also. I've used it in classes where kids hate coming to school, where kids hate everything about school, where kids had a bad day. And it's not just about being funny or silly in their face, maybe doing something so weird, so left field that they just go, what? And so that's where a lot of these ideas come from, is that I want to meet you in a space where it is unfamiliar with you. I'm only focusing on students. That education is only ever about students. It's something that's core to my teaching philosophy. That's it, gang. Know that all this stuff is available for you to check out. I put it in the link below just so that it's easier for you to find it. You don't have to go looking for it or wonder if that was the one that I had or that I talked about. And if you wouldn't mind, in the comment section below, I'd love to know, what kind of stuff do you use in class? Whether it's along these lines or if it's something completely different, what are you using in your classroom to get your students' attention in this virtual, hybrid, in your face, not really in your face with glass on your face world. That's it, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.